Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stadium game. We're playing Torbjorn. This is an intense game. It starts out really tricky. We're taking positive reinforcement, feathered souls, electrolytes and compensator just for the start of the round. And the game is about to begin. Yes, it is a Torbjorn game. So we're up against a D.Va, an Ashe, a Tracer, a Brig and an Ana. We've got Ryan on our team. We've got Ashe, Brig, Mercy and obviously myself on Torb. Yeah, we take Feather Souls so that we can pop it when we run out of spawn like this. Combined with Electrolytes, look how fast we run. And yeah, this game we're up against 5 grouped players, which makes it tricky. I believe we've got a 3 stack on our team. Maybe a duo, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, matchmaking doing its thing. But that does mean that this game's going to be pretty challenging, as we are putting our gun in a passive position because of this D.Va. And right now we're trying to just kind of assess this game and how it's going to go against their team comp. I think, yeah, early on, obviously if we're going for a turret build, we don't get multiple turrets. So we're keeping it kind of passive to try and generate some cash. Also be a little bit anti-dive for the D.Va, just to put some pressure when they inevitably push forward onto us. Going to use Feathered Souls to try and run out of here around the corner. D.Va's chasing us. We've got our Overload as well. But wow, D.Va deals so much damage. We just briefly saw there that Brig's going for a pack build on the enemy team, which means there's going to be a lot of healing. So we already know that Cyber Venom is going to be a must with Ana there as well. Ana doesn't put out crazy heal numbers or anything, but does kind of sit at the back passive. The turret build, we went for the turret build specifically because of the Ana though, and also the Ashe actually, because it does mean that we'll be able to throw the turrets all the way into the back line. And with Ana being a single target kind of damage dealer and healer, the turret build is insane against her, because she has to hit so many shots on the turret to kill it, and if she doesn't, then she's got to move out of position. So you just spend so much time distracting them. But yeah, so far this round's not going very well. D.Va is just able to walk onto our team in round 1. Ryan, yeah, trying to do their best as we do get eliminated again. We're not getting much cash this round. I mean, our entire team, I'm looking at what the Ryan's build is, because in spawn before the game started they had the shield that amplifies damage that is fired through it, and I was thinking, oh no, are we struggling this game because Ryan's too passive or something? But our team's now over onto the point. We've got our Molten Core. We get a little bit over onto the bomb, try and get some over onto the point as well. Turret is down there as well. D.Va bomb goes off though, and I'm not sure how well our team's going to do here. Ryan's trying to swing but does get slept around and antied. That is a dead Ryan, and our team doesn't get a single elimination, and this is really not starting out very well. We can tell that this is a pretty tricky game already. So, round 2, we are going to get our second power. Hanaoka. Not the best map to start throwing turrets all the way into the back line, but we'll give it a go with Turret Blitz. Okay, we've got to sell one of our 1k items. We opt to sell Compensator. Lindholm Launcher is the item that we pick. Question is, do we want to keep Feathered Souls? We look at the map and kind of go, how much benefit are we going to get out of running out of spawn really quickly? And I really like this combination, so it's a little bit hard to sell. Do we want to have a bit more ability power? It's not going to be as cost efficient, but if we are going to be throwing those turrets all the way into the back line, then having that bit of extra overhealth and also the damage, because it will help with cash generation, is probably worth it. Stratosphere Beacon could potentially slow down the D.Va if she goes a bit airborne, so maybe that's an option. Otherwise, Feathered Souls. Here's where we do the group check, and yeah, we see this, which is really frustrating as a solo queue player. Like, really frustrating to have to go against, groups basically. We can't tell if they're a 5 stack or a 3 and a 2. We're going to assume that they're a 5 stack, but absolutely could be 3 and 2. It does make a bit of a difference, but it's not. I mean, it's still 5 players. every one of them has still chosen at least one of their teammates. which is just an advantage that they get over a solo queue player like myself, who has chosen 0 of my teammates. Anyway, we're on to round number 2. Ashe does get taken down, starting out a little bit better. We've got a turret all the way at the back. That should be putting a little bit of pressure on them. Let's throw another one up top just in case the Ana decides to sit up there. It takes them a while to kill these turrets. We want to throw another one out. This one's in a position where, yeah, we'll also shoot over onto the point. Tracer's doing a bit of a number on our backline right now. We're going to see if we can support that, even with a turret. Like, that little bit of reliable damage. It doesn't hit for much. It's something like 12 damage per shot. And when they're level 1 turrets, the attack speed's reduced. So it's 12 damage, maybe a second or something. It's very, very slow. Let's fire a turret over towards the Ashe. You see, it takes her a good few shots to eliminate the turret, and reloading on Ashe is really annoying. I play quite a lot of Ashe, and having to spend all those shots, especially if you've gone for like a Calamity build. There's the Tracer behind as well. So we've managed to get a couple more eliminations, mostly on our Rhine, but that turret got blocked. And D.Va's pushing us again. And this is frustrating. Let's throw a turret all the way out to the back. They're going to be able to secure that objective. We're now fighting for the midpoint again. These turrets, we want to keep them in the back line. Even if the Brig's got a swing like this, it's still the distraction. Like, it's the same way that I play Moira, is trying to distract players so that the shots aren't on the rest of the team. This is like a kind of support Torbjorn build, but it's incredibly frustrating to deal with. My win rate with this build is insane, by the way. Like, I genuinely think that this build might be overpowered, or I'm just exceptionally good with it. Yeah, I've been just climbing the ranks. Molten Core out over onto the point. Try and get some on the high ground. We're not particularly good with the spread of that. We're getting really, really low as well. D.Va pushes us. Mercy going for the res, but have we lost too many of our teammates? Bob's over there. We're trying to hit that D.Va. She was a bit low, but we need to get over onto the point. D.Va bomb's coming now. We're safe. We didn't know we were safe, but luckily we were a little bit, at least until now. Got another turret out onto the point, but there's no debuffs on it, so it's just tanking damage and doing a little bit. Ryan with a shatter as well. Can he get the Ana down? Ana's on him though. No health. Hasn't got the health for that. Missing the feathered souls right here. I don't think Stratosphere's really triggered hardly at all this game. And wow, we are getting completely wrecked so far. Absolutely wrecked. Ashe on the 007. James Bond. Yeah, this is tricky. We also did not earn much cash at all. The good thing is though, our Rhine did, and that's going to prove to be very, very helpful. So we're also, the cash difference is within Mercy rule territory. We have to win this round, or we need to utilize that 12% boost. We're going to get a Reclaim Rig or Reclaimer's Rig or whatever it's called, so that our turrets get a better cooldown. Here's where I check my team. 1 in group, 2 in group, 3 in group. Okay, yeah, so we've got a trio on our team. So the game's not as imbalanced as it could be, but there is still a difference between a 5 stack or a 3 and a 2 and a 3 and 2 solo queue players. But it is what it is. We've got to see what we can do here. We're not giving up. Repulsion Greaves, by the way, could be really good. That D.Va's proving to be very threatening. Same with the Tracer. Just being able to push them back, along with a little bit of ability power there from Power Playbook. Yeah, just that might make a lot of difference. Because as the D.Va comes into dive us, if we push them away a little bit, it can disrupt her flying for one, and she might end up boosting into walls. She's also taken Savage Slugs, by the way. So D.Va's going to be... I mean, they've probably got that for the Rhine, but it's actually a really smart item to take against this Torbjorn build if the tank is also a shield tank. I don't think that taking Savage Slugs against Torbjorn, normally on the DPS, but even on D.Va, is a good idea against this turret build, unless you're getting extra value out of it. So if you're up against the Rhine, Savage Slugs is basically always good, as we're trying to deal with the Tracer here. The turrets will prove to be a bit of a problem for the Tracer. I want to see if we can get an upgrade over onto them as well. And we're not too fussed. Like, these turrets, they'll be annoying enough for the Tracer with her limited health. Oh, bomb comes in. Okay, we're safe from that one. Let's get a turret over into their backline, because that is the whole purpose. It's not just about peeling for a Tracer, because Tracer can definitely just get in and still get a kill. But it does help our team. If you have a look, those turrets distracted the Tracer for quite a while, which eased the pressure over onto our backline for a bit. And, I mean, the Tracer's been in the backline for the whole time, so just imagine the damage that they'd be doing if, yeah, they were left completely unchecked. Brig, in a bit of a tricky situation, gets antied as well. Mercy can't do anything about that one. And, I mean, this is not going well. I mean, why am I even uploading this game? Obviously, there's got to be some sort of turnaround, right? We're not just saying, this is how we get destroyed with a Tor build. But you'll gradually start to see the effectiveness of this increase over the course of this game. Turret, it's in danger of being run over by the bot, though. Yeah, the bot did run that over. You've got to be careful with that when throwing the turrets out. We're trying to get over towards the back wall. It didn't happen. Looking at the cache, it's still within Mercy Wall territory. Like, only just. We are catching up a little bit, though. Ah, it's no longer in Mercy Wall territory. Just those kills with the bounty as well. Means that even if we were to lose this round, we might be able to go to, well, take it to a 4th round at least, but then we'd have to win every single round after that. Let's get these turrets out. Anna putting some damage over onto us. Tracers here as well. We're going to use Molten Core all around us. Some is trying to make sure it's a bit tricky for the D.Va. The rest of it's just, yeah, tricky for their tank and backline. Basically the entire enemy team. So Brig uses Rally. We take down the Anna with a long-range shot. Upgrade the turret. We've got to be... Yeah, I mean, it's on the bot path, but the enemy team has to push it. Only 30 seconds remaining. Turret in a bad position, but, I mean, it's safe from the Ash at least until a Dynamite comes out. Let's get one up top to support the Ryan as well. Who, yeah, nice. Put some pressure. Great play from them, actually. That's allowed us to push it and take the lead. We're actually doing something this round. Is this just simply our map? There's a Brig over to the side. Since we're in the lead, we can kind of back off a little bit here. As Brig tries to bash in, but we're putting a lot of damage out on them. Turret there just to cover the exit. D.Va's getting very low as well. Ash and Anna putting some pressure over onto us. Turret in their backline as well. The Brig's still here. Still present in this fight. Headshot takes her down. Bob's also on the point. They are not going to be able to contest this. And we get 8 eliminations. Much needed eliminations. And we're in the lead cash-wise. That's crazy. Nearly 15k cash earned that round. Our damage total 12k. I mean, we earned some money with that boost. And, I mean, okay, it was a good map, but this is also a really good map for this build. Now, third power, there's several options for this. You want to pick that power early if you're going for the armor. You can go for all grown up to upgrade your turrets. You can also go for Mag Mini, but not against the D.Va. It's not particularly great. So we're going to get Cyber Venom, add some debuffs. Looking to see if Nano Cola is a good shout or not here. Repulsion Greaves, we'll probably keep that because it seemed to prove a bit useful. It does give us some defense through there. But yeah, the armor packs are going to be super useful. It's the obvious choice against this team composition. Armor's going to be very good against D.Va. It's also going to be very good against Tracer. However, we're thinking, should we sell these? Maybe we could get something like liquid nitrogen. I think we might just be just short of the cost of it if we sold Nano Cola and Repulsion Greaves. I think maybe the turrets are a good idea to buy some more AP on them. We've got quite a lot of AP, like 45% already. That means more overhealth, more damage. So yeah. But yeah, you want to buy the armor packs early so that you can throw them out in spawn. Once you've thrown the armor packs, you want to load up the armory, because that delays the countdown for the round starting, which means you get more overpacks in spawn. Those overpacks, did I say armor packs? They don't expire, so you want to put as many out as possible. You can also buy the refresher gadget and just keep using it, throwing the armor packs out there, selling the gadget, buying it again, and doing that over and over again. But it costs a lot of money, and you've got to remember what items you've purchased and buy them in time. It's a lot of hassle for a couple of spawn packs, so I don't normally bother. But if you want absolute optimal play, that's one of the best things that you can do. We're just trying to throw these turrets over into the back line. There's a couple of armor packs there, which, if needed, we can go and get. But yeah, the armor packs make a huge difference against the tracer pressure. We don't care if someone like Brig immediately... oh, Mercy's going down though. Turret, just trying to keep the tracer in check a little bit. See if we can get an upgrade on it while we're at it. Tracer gets headshot, has to recall. We're trying to go in and get the kill. They weren't strafing. Ryan doesn't need accuracy when just swinging his hammer. Now that turret should not get run over by the bot. That's why we put it in that specific position. Yeah, another turret over onto the Ana as Ash from the high ground somewhere. We're going to have to rotate a little bit here. It's going to be tricky to eliminate them. Okay, more turrets towards the back line. Remember, now the turrets are applying debuffs, like Ana's got that little cyber venom or heal reduction icon there. Our molten core also applies those debuffs, being an ability. As we do manage to take down Brig with it. Great shatter from the Rhine. Diva is also going to get taken down here. Let's upgrade this little one for the Tracer. Like, I wouldn't spend too much time running around and try and upgrade these turrets. It's not a permanent upgrade, and every time that you go over and hit them with a hammer here, you're not firing your weapon. And your weapon could hit a nice headshot, which is just going to... One headshot's going to do more than the upgraded turret. And since, yeah, we're just using them for the kind of overhealth and to apply debuffs. And, yeah, if they're not taken down, then they will... The damage will accumulate. But that's not the primary focus of the turrets here. Let's go around and take this Mega. Ana is there, so we can't really push that forward. If we tried to throw a turret, I think it would have just got eliminated by the car anyway. But... there we go, that's a much better position turret. Someone's going to have to deal with that one. Ash getting some shots over onto us. We hit a headshot though, that's going to be a bit saving. Can we get another one as they push through? They've got to be quite weak. One shot, two shot. Ash is taken down. Turret now behind the support. There's Ana and Brig. We don't want to get too close to that. We don't really want to get slept in front of them. Ana hitting some nice shots though. Still hitting nice shots. We've got a turret there. Ryan goes in. Little push. They do get taken down by the Bob actually. And now, wow, yeah, we're certainly racking up these eliminations now. The build's proven effective. A couple of disaster first rounds, but let's see. Okay. Turret should have a nice little crossfire. That Lindholm launcher also increases the range of the turrets. So you can have them positioned at quite a long range. But remember, we're trying to use them to tank and distract. So just having them at the back applying debuffs and dealing their small amount of damage isn't particularly great. I would say that the optimal way to put down the turrets is to put one kind of at the back near your team that can be the reliable debuffer, and then keep throwing out the other two towards the enemy team to actually be flankers and tankers, right? That way you've got, yeah, just the reliable debuffs and then a bit of harassment at the back. So we've got quite a lot of cash here. Here's where we're checking for overhealth. So we want to know if it's worth getting that Sundering Vial as a debuff. So who on their team's actually gonna... Is it worth getting, basically? Because otherwise we can get liquid nitrogen. Didn't look like the enemy team's got a lot of overhealth. If any at all, that's been created. So the raw stats on Sundering Vial are pretty garbage. It's, you know, 5% weapon power, 5% ability power. Could still get it even if they've got any form of overhealth. I mean, there is a Brig. She doesn't have overhealth on pack, but I believe Rally gives overhealth, so it's going to be quite useful against that. We've got another 12k once we've sold those items, so we could go and get something like Phantasmic Flux. Could also get Limerico and then just Power Playbook. The question is, how much are we actually using abilities to yeah, trigger that armor restoration? I don't think throwing a turret counts, so we wouldn't be getting it that often. Catalytic Crystal's also one, but actually we just opt to go get Nano Cola and Repulsion Greaves again because that worked. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So yeah, Ash is on a weapon power build, by the way, Calamity, which is a bit scary, but these armor packs, they will help so much against the enemy team composition. There's an argument to have gone these in the early rounds, but I like to get the turret build online as soon as possible, especially against this team composition. We heard the Tracer on the jump pad there, which is why we opted to just track them a little bit. We can still throw our turrets out. Ryan, however, does get eliminated. See, the Tracer flank and distraction is what means our tank dies here. We do take down the Ana though. Let's just rotate around on this point. Get these turrets out. Ashe is at the back there. We trigger. Connect a headshot. Now the Brig's on us as well. We've got no overload, so we're not going to survive that one. Turret, can you get a kill on the Brig? No. Only got one turret. Still alive there. Applying a bit, well, it was for a fraction of a second. Applying those debuffs. And guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button on the video, please. It helps me out so much. And I appreciate your support as well. And hope you enjoy the videos. As 2-2's the score, we are pushing into this midpoint. Ashe is up top. Let's throw one of those out over towards the Ana. Ashe up top, getting us on fire a little bit. Let's just put a turret up there. It's also a bit of scouting information, because if we hear the Ashe hitting that turret, we know the Ashe is still up there and might end up flanking back around. If they're not shooting the turret, they've probably left. Ryan, did he have shield? I know he got stuck, but yeah, maybe the Savage Slugs from the D.Va took down his barrier and he had no option to block that bomb. Or just assumed they were going to get round the corner and didn't think of that in time. Tracer is pushing over onto our backline here. Let's throw a turret all the way out. Oh, Ashe there. We've got Molten Core. We could maybe cut them off. Okay, turret does get the kill over onto the Ashe there. Ryan was anti. Does get taken down. That's really bad. Enemy team's on 90% already. Let's Molten Core, see if we can create some space for us to be able to push in. 95%. Somebody's got to get to the point. Mercy's going for it. We wouldn't have got there in time. Good job from the Mercy. Appreciate the effort. Can we actually do anything with this though? We do get slept, antied, and lucky for us, we do have our Rhine able to yeah, push them back. We do get taken down. We've got a couple of debuffing turrets still, or 3 debuffing turrets still out around this point. One of them's about to get taken down, but it's enough for us to at least get the objective, not make this an easy round for the enemy team. Can use overload out of spawn. We're not too bothered about the weapon damage and just getting armor pack for somebody else if they do spawn. Overload's got quite a long cooldown on it, but I mean, it would have been nice to have here. Would have been very nice to have here. At least we get it now. So overload along with these turrets on the Tracer. Problem is, enemy team's all over the point. We've got to get in forward. Oh no, Brig rally's coming in as well. We've got to kind of rotate all the way around. Can we survive this? We do rotate around. There's no mini there though. We do have a couple of armor packs though, which is great for our own self-sustain. Damage over onto the supports of the back turret there also should start debuffing them. Brig's very low, does get taken down by the Rhine Fire Strike. Anna's also low at the back. Let's try and get Molten Core out also to where the Ashe is playing. Another turret just around the point if they push forward. We're at 70% of the objective now as Brig takes down the Ashe. Is that with a whip shot? Or a rally burns? Or one of those. Either way, it's just not a general whack with her whip. As we're up to 90% ourselves now. Let's get these turrets in everywhere to apply these debuffs. Perfect over onto the Tracer. D.Va bomb comes in. We've got to run away from that. Okay, another turret there. We can get the upgrades out onto these actually. Should be a bit annoying for the Tracer. Brig's over here as well, but she's not going to be able to beat through these turrets. As the armor packs again, keeping us alive. It's just a huge power. We take down the Brig over onto the flank. This is looking really good. Baby D.Va's also eliminated. Just an annoying Tracer over onto the point. I mean, they're doing a good job surviving here. It makes sense to upgrade the turret here because it's just going to be reliable damage. Tracer 2 shots with our regular weapon. Baby D.Va. Sorry, Ashe. Baby Ashe taken down. We're 10k in the lead cash-wise. 1 round in the lead. We get nearly 14k again. We're getting rich. Look, we're nearly double the cash of our Ashe. And by the way, Ashe has really good cash generation. So we're certainly outperforming our other DPS. Fair enough. A lot of it's automated with the turrets, right? But we're still having to do our bit. And I feel like we are doing a lot this game. It's not just me though. Our Rhine's playing great. Our supports are doing work. Remember, it's tricky for them to survive against a D.Va. Also potential Ana long range shots and the annoying flanking Tracer. They had a lever, but they've just rejoined the game. It's just an end of round game restart. Mag Mini. So I just feel like the upgrading the turrets isn't going to be particularly useful here. I want to try and get some extra weapon power out on these turrets. We've kept Cyber Venom, Liquid Nitrogen. I mean, if we get this, it means we've just got more overload duration. I can't remember as well, I didn't check, but we may have gone Eye of the Spider here. I wonder if we'll get a visual clue to that. Which just means we've got a bit more weapon power. Hopefully able to, not one shot, but a lot of damage over onto the Tracer. I mean, it could work. We've got a round to experiment with anyway. Yeah, we've got Eye of the Spider. So we're not going exclusively AP here. Eye of the Spider's still going to mean additional damage from the turret, additional damage from Mag Mini when the players are low. But it means we've put a bit more focus into our weapon. We are obviously firing a lot of shots in between the turrets, so it doesn't always make sense to go max AP. I feel like our turrets are surviving quite well against their team. So yeah, we're just using them as debuff, flanking, tanking, distracting turrets. Put one of them there for the Tracer. Can put one like out there quite quickly. Do use our Mag Mini. See that turret. We know the Tracer spent the entire game in the back line. Put another one there to the side. This will be if they flank round over towards the jumping pad. It's just going to annoy them. It makes it really uncomfortable for the Tracer to play, just knowing there's constant damage if you stay around. They can't just kind of sit there and wait for opportunities. They have to keep on moving. Now, it's unlikely that the turret just straight up kills the Tracer, and the Tracer can definitely take the turrets down. But again, it's just a bit of distraction, as we do manage to take the midpoint. I mean, this is going very well. Tracer over onto us. Let's put a turret down there. It might body block some damage for us. If not, we can give it a little whack for some overhealth. 5 whacks on the turret will give you the maximum amount of overhealth, by the way. It's often not worth wasting the time sitting there to hit it, because think of how many weapon power shots you can actually fire in that time. Another turret, back for the Tracer. That Eye of the Spider shot there. Force the recall immediately. Our team is pushing in. I mean, we're just smashing this now. Do you guys remember how the first 2 rounds went? Now they seem like they're really struggling here. Mag Mini's good for the bob, by the way, but we're just going to use our existing weapon power. Tracer, I mean, we've got so much armor. It's not going to help us against that Diva Bomb. Mercy looks like she wants the res. Nice, thank you very much. Appreciate that. There's now Mag Mini over onto the point as well. Diva's getting a bit low. Ryan's crushing it. As, to be honest, they have been the entire game. Just forget about the first 2 rounds. Looks like our team are going to take the win here. Got 28,000 damage, 36 eliminations. I mean, that's the power of the Torb turret build, guys. Seriously. It's very strong. It takes a few games to really appreciate the impact of it when you play it, because sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm a bit useless. The turrets don't really do much. But the results speak for themselves. I'm having an absolute blast playing this, because there is a lot of strategy as to where you put those turrets and what items to buy. It's not as simple as you think. But anyway, GG guys. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.